America has lost its mind. America has lost its mind for a few years. And this is, for me, this is not about the left. This is not about the right. Because both sides have been destroying our country. And it's sad and it's scary. It is scary. The shootings, the assassinations, just everything is wild. The racial tension, the raids, it's just wild. It is crazy. The cost of living, people can't even afford things anymore. Nobody can buy houses anymore. It's just like it is crazy. Like, for the first time in my life, yesterday, I really thought about leaving the country. And not even like as a fun option, because I travel a lot, so I thought about like leaving, but not like because I'm like ridden with anxiety because of what's happening in my country, and now it's like, it's just getting so crazy out here. And the way it looks, I have a lot of fans internationally. To you guys, the way it looks like everything's falling apart and going crazy over here, that's what's happening. That is what's happening. A lot of people are very anxious. A lot of people are very disappointed. A lot of people are very scared. A lot of people are very on edge. There's a lot of bad things happening, and it's just getting so violent. I heard there was like 300 mass shootings so far this year, which is crazy.
2025. This motherfucker something else, ain't it? Listen, the United States officially went off the cliff. Listen what I'm telling y'all, boy. It's bad out here, man. People are hurting. You know what I'm saying? People working these fucking jobs. They can't keep up with their fucking bills. People getting thrown out on the motherfucking street. You know what I'm saying? You got hatred running all over the place, man. You got these wars. You got these politicians playing super fucking games with people right now. That's what I'm telling you, man. You walk out the house right now, man. Somebody getting their shit thrown out on the streets because they couldn't afford the rent. You know what I'm saying? Getting put out. Ain't got nowhere to go. You see folks moving out of homes every day, all day. They can't afford the mortgage no more. It was cool when they got in. Now shit done got bad and it look like it's never going to get back good again. That's how it's looking, man. When you look in your fucking neighborhood and you see all these cars on the streets, it ain't no party happening while all those cars don't. That's folks, man, staying with people, man, because they ain't got enough money, man, to make it out there on their own. It's getting bad out here, man. That's what I'm telling you. The news happens so fast on us, we can't keep up with the shit. Can't keep up. A major story, and then 30 minutes later, 2 hours later, that story gone. We on to the next, that fucking fast. That's bad. That's bad. It's so much shit happened this year, you probably don't even remember half of the major shit that happened this year because the news is stacking on you like that, folks. Know what I mean? Better get your shit together. I always preach that. Let's do some soul searching. Get your shit right, man. Because something in the milk ain't motherfucking clean. I'm telling y'all. 2025 badder than a motherfucker. Listen. Do you know yesterday somebody got assassinated? That ain't no little news. That's big news. You know what I'm talking about? That's big news. You got school shooting happen the same day. They barely talked about that shit. Kids going in these schools, man, picking off each other. Grown-ups going in there. Man, listen, hell, get your shit together, man. I'm telling you, it's only getting worse, look like to me. You will have more worse days than better days, though. I can tell you that. Better get shit together, man. You see, it's heating up all across the world. You see these wars, you see these countries pointing shit at each other. Just a motherfucking bystander. But we be worried about the small shit. We be worried about what they doing, he doing, and she doing, and all this bullshit. Man, you better be worried about what they doing. You know what I'm talking about? Better be worried about what they doing. Shit getting real out here, man.
I'm seriously starting to believe there may not be any saving this country. It may be too far gone. Fuck! Shit's getting weird in the United States. It's getting bad. They hung a black man in a tree today. I worry that if we keep waiting to leave, the doors will be closed to us if we wait too long. And I personally, I think I have to start packing my shit, man. Like, I don't want to feel forced into leaving my own country because the quality of life here and potentially the future is not worth staying for. I fucking hate that. I don't want to abandon the cause. I don't want to abandon my family. I don't want to abandon my friends. Like, fuck, my family, my grandma and grandpa are 80. They raised me. They're not going anywhere. I don't know what the fuck to do. It literally feels like I have to leave my own country at this point. We're watching hellish shit happen. And it's we're going towards a civil war.
The Bible shows that Babylon the Great, which is America, will face progressively worse days: famine, pestilence, wars, civil unrest, economic collapse, and finally nuclear destruction. The beginning of sorrows has started, but the climax is total desolation. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kwadash. And double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect in the same Spirit that's teaching His word and believing in His word. Lord willing, that they all continue in sound doctrine and in the same Spirit. Shalom to the Akwath that are believers of His faith and His truth. Lord willing, that they continue to pursue their lot, which is being a loving, a silent, and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Today, we're going into before the desolation of Babylon the Great. The days shall be worse. Let's get into it. So when you go to Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6 to 7, it says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her and recompense." Now, even when we use this with Revelations chapter 18 in verse 4, coming out of her, the only way we're going to flee out of this place is by getting beamed up by Yahweh Shai. So your faith, right, your diligent work that you do in this thing to endure unto the end, Lord willing, will, allow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to beam you up, man. Right? You want to work for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to get that chance, right? Every day you want to prove that you are a believer, right? So this is verse 7. It says, "Babylon have been a golden cup in the hands." Salaki. "Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken her wine, and therefore the nations are mad." Right? When you go to Revelations, Revelations, the 17th chapter, verse 16, even the allies of America is going to be angry at the whore, and they're going to want to destroy Babylon. Right? In verse 9, it says, "We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies." Babylon's judgment is certain, and it's only getting worse until her final destruction. So just like the video, Lord willing, that I'll have connected to this, that you see, people are noticing. America is not that joyful place that everybody loved, right? It's becoming worse. Let's go to Revelations, the 18th chapter, verse 5. We're going to read 5 and 8. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities." Each day, while America is still in motion, right? While this place is still moving in wickedness, it's reaching unto the heavens, and the Heavenly Father, through His Son Yahushua, is recording everything. Everything. Let's drop down to verse 8. It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahweh Shai power, who judgeth her." Now, when we go further on in this chapter, you find out that America is going to be destroyed in 60 minutes. It's going to take one day, right, to level this place, to rearrange it, give it a new shape up. Plagues and famine and fire are increasing judgments. I don't want a part of this. And this is why we do these lessons, to edify the sheep, so that they'll be able to believe and change the way that they move, change the way that they think, so that they can embrace for impact. Right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, verse 19 to 20. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellence shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." This can't be speaking about ancient Babylon, because ancient Babylon was overtaken in the time of Doris. Right? Verse 20, it says, "And it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there." Right? So the prophecy of complete destruction, right? Worse than any empire before, right? So the things that's going to take place to America is going to be worse than any empire on the earth. So when they compare America to any nation or Sodom and Gomorrah, it's almost symbolic. But what's going to happen here? The Lord created ICBM missiles. It's not going to be exactly the same as Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to be way worse, right? Now, Sodom and Gomorrah had 5 provinces. The United States is a whole country with 50 states, right? So this is Babylon's destruction in their days worsen. Now let's deal with the escalating troubles before the end. All right, let's go to the other Bible app. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, verse 18 and 19. It says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." Right? So the things that's leading to the destruction is basically the beginning of sorrows, right? Things progressively worsen. Sorrows escalate until the end. So it's just going to get worse from day to day, from week to week, from month to month, from year to year. It's just going to get worse, leading to that final destruction, right? Let's go to the book of 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, and read verse 1. "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." Perilous goes in with terrible, dangerous, grievous, right? Evils are going to increase. They're going to get worse. The brother Ashley was always saying this. He said, brothers got to prepare for the worst, right? The things that you attach to on this side, right? The things that you have, the possessions. Hey, it could even be, well, your loved ones that's near you. You know, it's going to be serious. It's not going to be peaches and roses until we in the chariot, right? Let's get the classic Matthew, the 24th chapter, verse 6 to 8. And this is what it reads. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse manners. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. And the beginning of sorrows means worsened days ahead, not better. Right? So just because you see wars and rumors of war, it's going to keep getting worse. And then it's going to actually have that final judgment, which is to be desolated. Right? And it's, even though y'all keep hearing the same precepts over and over, the men of the Lord are here to warn you about that sword. Right? So it's really, you want to get your faith in order. I'm not here to tell you to get your bug out bag ready. Get your faith in order. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1. Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. When you look at warn, it goes into teach. He's going to speak. Just like in Amos 3 and 7, right? If the trumpet be blown, right? The trumpet is being blown by us crying aloud, telling you what's going on, telling you what happened to you, right? It says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head, right? Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, verse 3, all these things are for appointed time, right? So brothers is getting you ready to say, soon this is about to happen. But right now, if you can't open up your damn eyes and see, the world is getting worse, right? In America, we're seeing it's getting worse. Just because you're able to watch your TV, be on your phone, go out on a nice little date, go chill, play the game. And a lot of y'all are not seeing things on the back channels, like the news, not the fake news that's not giving you this info, right? This is why the internet is lethal to Esau's empire, because we're able to find information, right? And things is coming out, right? So now, let's keep on going. Let's go to Isaiah 47, and let's read verse 5. It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms, right? Because what they say, they call America the queen, right? And of course, you got queen cities in this place, but eventually, this whore is going to have to sit down in the dirt. Let's drop down and read verse 9. He says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom, thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Now, America has that pride where it doesn't think that it's going to fall. Now, we're always teaching that the elite that's more secretive, they know what's going on. They're the ones that's really ruling the monopoly table, right? Now, of course, you might have lower individuals in this empire or really in this country, right, that think that they can get the upper hand, or that they're going to be able to maneuver against this and this and that. But truly, the rulers is playing the game and putting all pieces in a direct spot. And of course, America was made to be prideful, right? And think that it's going to be a kingdom that lasts forever and ever. Verse 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Right? They don't know. But the Lord have given us this blueprint where we're able to understand the destruction. Evil days are decreed for Babylon. Right? And these words, is coming from the Heavenly Father, man. It's already said and done. Right? They're written. These words is faithful and true. 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 1 and 2. Jeremiah chapter 50, in verse 31 and 32, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud. That's Babylon, right? Which is really ruled by Edomites. They are proud. Saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, power of hosts. For the day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. Right? This place is going to stumble and fall. Nobody's going to rise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about. Right? It's inevitable. Nobody's going to be able to stop the motion. Nobody's going to be able to stop the destruction that's going to take place. Right? Babylon, which is America, will face progressively worser days. Famine, pestilence, wars, civil unrest, economic collapse, and a final, or the finality, right? The end of ends for this place. Nuclear destruction. So the beginning of sorrow has started, but the climax is the total desolation. So if we're in the beginning of those sorrows, that means it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. But are you ready? Do you think you're spiritually ready? Right? 2nd Corinthians, the 13th chapter, verse 5. Examine yourself to see if you have faith. Examine yourself to see if you have genuine faith. Be consistent, double up and grow. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true power. Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. A mighty shalom to the hopeful elect in the same spirit, in the sound doctrine that y'all all can continue in the same spirit. Shalom to the Akwath, believers of this faith and this truth. Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Shai has mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Till then, endure and grow. Shalom, shalom, abba, abba.